62, eh?
I think like one of the reasons is because it went through like Gmails and everything. It was like a procedure, and it wasn't like simple as voting on a proposal with like one click.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it required like going to a specific website for the signature, and after that, like going through Gmail, etc., to submit to the form.
It was pretty hard work, I tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, somehow I managed to do it sipping on a beer at the beach on my mobile phone in the bright sun.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
zero IQ. Zero.
It's good thing like
Yep,
it's
sure.
good thing like we went through a list to find some members, some old classic members.
Yeah,
To
thanks.
do the tags, yeah.
But you see as well, we had to chase them like between you and me, what, 3 times, 4 times?
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing is that I also like reached to some of the people who I had like open DMs.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so, like
Yeah, well,
Browski and some others.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know how it is. Like, look, when I'm on, and I see it. But when I'm not, it could be days before I see it, unless someone's pinging.
Yeah. So this guy Morton, you know, who he's
Yeah.
he's like a cat of culture in Jupiter, you know. He's like
Hey,
leave me alone.
yeah, he was telling me the story about that. He was saying to me, what was it? That he was like, "Oh, Irish. Apparently, I'm a renowned Zero boy." I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "Yeah, because there's this whole thing like the signatures, and I haven't done it, and it says, you know, that it has me tagged like as a renowned Zero boy that hasn't signed it yet." He was like, I guess I should go do that, should I?" I was like, "Yeah, you should, Morton. You should."
I'm
And
just
then he
gonna
went
tag
and
him
did
on
it.
everything now.
Yeah, so I saw like him like speaking like or like
Yeah.
typing good things about our community in the token council in the PPP.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nah, yeah, he has done.
that's why I recognized him when I was going through the list.
Yeah, Morton's a good guy, solid
Yeah.
dude. Just a busy bee in Jupiter. Otherwise, he probably would be here more. He'd be here. He'd be here for poker, but sadly, it ain't gonna happen no more. So.
No.
We'll see. We'll see.
0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0.
0-0-0-0-0.
On ball. What's up?
Same poo, different toilet.
Hey.
Boy.
Same poo.
Need
Different.
a new venue.
Better shitter.
Yeah. Same 0, different day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, what is
What's the
anybody?
crack?
Anybody going to be watching Jupe and Juice tomorrow?
What time is it again?
I normally don't give it a live watch. I would normally just put it on when I've got a chance to after.
Oh, there's a reason why I'm asking. I had a cool idea. Because we're getting on smoking chicken fish, right? The fucking meme coin about the whole fucking religion and all that crack, and yeah. And then we also have the CAWG on, and we have Mumu on, and it's kind of like, you know, the Mumu are being like brought on to ask about the community growth, like their PPP kind of journey, like by CAWG, and then same for Smoking Chicken Fish, right? Julian's going to ask a bunch of questions about these people. I just thought it'd be cool if, like, the end part of the show where we end up opening the stage to others, if a bunch of zeros got up and kind of got involved as well. You know what I mean? And it might be kind of some cool.
Absolutely. What time is it?
It's on at 8 UTC, so
Yeah. Okay.
so whatever time that is.
If we can, we're there.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Julian
Julian
wants to kind of kidnap the church idea. I remember him saying that he wants to do something.
Yeah, he was saying that. He
Similar.
was saying that we should have became more cultish than what we have and all this type of thing.
I mean, this is pretty cultish.
Yeah, I think the way we look at it is like they're going about it from the church aspect. We're just like a fucking Zen, Zen spiritualists, fucking kind of cult. I don't know. We don't have a
That also
church. We're
do
just here. We're like,
shots and
yeah,
yeah, they
yeah. You know
also
what I
do
mean?
shots and get rubbed out and
Yeah,
shout
yeah.
zero at clubs. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
Zen.
live, but we're spiritualists. We're Zen. We're zero. We're yoga in the morning and clubs in the evening. You know what I mean?
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
Zen 0 is. This is a great analogy. You're gonna. You know what? We have to write it down. Zero is mixing between Zen and Rowdy in a way.
Way, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? How about
Like
that?
that.
How about them?
Zero,
0.
Zen and Rowdy.
0. Yeah.
000.
Yeah.
Spot on, Pumple. Spot on.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
pretty good.
I'll slap a little. I'll slap a tweet out. Um.
But yeah. But yeah, no, I just had that idea. It'd be cool to get some proper zero boys up, just to kind of like, I don't know, maybe ask some questions, talk some shit, whatever. Like, you might have something interesting to say after you watch whatever they ask, to smoking chicken fish and stuff. So and it'd be like a bit of publicity too, depending on how many views there are and whatnot. But you should all retweet it. We should get it out
Yeah.
there.
Shit, what are you doing here? I told you I don't know anything. Yeah, but you're alone.
Who's TV?
What's that?
Whose TV is this?
You're getting fired.
Pumple?
Oh, it's me. It's Gone in
Yeah,
60
tell you on.
seconds. Mm,
Oh, the movie with the cars and stuff, and yeah.
mm,
I know that one.
mm. All right. So what's the latest then? So this is good. Alba, we ended up keeping Julian anyway, which was good.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I like how everything that I kind of was like, this is what we want, ended up happening anyway. This is like a very a Bond serendipity sort of thing. I'm happy about it. You know what I mean?
Bonds here.
We always
very
get what we want.
It's very 007. Do you know what I mean? I like it, man. I like it. I like it. I like it.
So he will represent Meow in the multisig, yeah.
Mm. Sick. Yeah, I think it wouldn't have been the same without him in there, man. Like he's just I still don't actually know what everyone does, but it's just good that I think it's just to keep people's attention and keep them feeling like they've got like a chair at the table. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like like imagine you come to my house and I've got a shot glass that says Alba on it. You're gonna be like, oh look, this is kind of my home. Do you know what I mean? Like if you come there one day and there's not your shot glass is gone, you're like, what happened to it? I'm like, we had to make some space. I threw it in the bin. You'd be like, okay. And now you're like, what happened to my house? Just a little bit like that. I feel like putting little things in place for people to feel at home is very zero. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
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 And I was like very glad like when they submitted the signatures like for the
Oh, did you see my one?
Yeah, I saw the 007.
That's quite cool. That's quite cool.
Yeah, so there were like not plenty, like a few, maybe like 15% like who were on that vein, of having fun with the signature. I think they will look like very cool.
Yeah. So Irish, I just done 007.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds about right. Fitting. I like it.
Yeah.
I think like even though the submissions are closed, and the thing is that the space is like limited. There's only so much that can fit in, and even though they are closed, like if someone like reaches and wants in, I think like we can accommodate until like a few hours before sending the manifesto for review. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is like I would love like everyone who wants to be in there like have a chance.
Speaking of which, we just go through the terminology, competition winners with who's here, I guess. Very small scale, but we can read them out and whatnot. Fuck it, why not? So let's see. We have
Let's
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first things first, we have USL, right? You were the
Right.
winning answer to what does zero stand for, with the answer of zero is a mindset, a philosophy, a way of life, and more, with a nice zero in it.
Yeah.
Zero is a community with a nice zero in it. Family and home with a nice zero. A club away from, again with a nice zero in it. The maddening crowd. You get the point. A
Yeah, yeah. I was
refugee
gonna
in a
say. I
shelter.
was gonna say.
Yeah, I was just putting a comedy spin on it. So let's see. Then we have Daniel Urbano with the
Yeah.
winning answer to what do you understand by zero mindset? Right? And his winning answer was zero means having a global and circular mindset like the shape of a zero, which neither begins nor ends in any specific place. Therefore, you ignore short term events and fluctuations because the real goal is on the distant horizon. In other words, zero implies a stoic view of events, accepting that the markets and life bring great joys and sorrows, but in one way or another, it always continues.
No,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to check that. That sounds too good, bro. We're gonna have to check that wasn't ChatGPT.
It
Very
was
That was
good.
pretty solid.
very. That was
Yeah, it was pretty
very good.
solid.
That
Yeah.
that was very good.
Uh,
We're gonna have like a hidden writer on our hands over there.
and then we have good old Tasty Jelly. What a legend. What
Yeah.
does zero culture represent? Winning answer: a shifting culture of greed and lies, upholding all that is good in Web3 space.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was a nice one. Nice, short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah.
We have Wild. What is this? Yeah, Wild Eta 95 with the winning answer to what is the meaning of zero-ish, and the answer is what is the meaning of zero-ish? Not bullish, not bearish, zero-ish lifestyle. So it's very short and sweet, simple. Another one. Let's see,
Easy
and
95.
then we got. Let's see. Good vibes. Go on, good vibes.
Hey.
He got in there with the winning answer to who are zero boys and zero girls, and it was zero boys and zero girls are the core members of the zero community, or sorry, culture, who promote and teach others the way of zero. They are the beacon of light in the dark nights. Poetic, right?
Yeah.
We got who else? Oh God, what a name! Nafrikaner. Yeah, N Afrikaner. Ah, okay, maybe Nigerian. So yeah, N Afrikaner. Winning answer: what does zero IQ stand for? And it encourages creative thinking and innovative solutions by resetting the mental framework to zero, allowing for unbounded exploration and discovery, no limit.
This is very cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
No limit.
No
N
limit.
zero limit.
Yeah, zero limit. Yeah,
In zero vative.
zero beta. Yeah. He didn't do that, but he could have done. Anyway, um, what does PPP mean to you? The winning answer was by yours truly, Bon Bull.
Hey.
Let's
Look after
go.
and build with each other instead of against each other, moving from greed to united. Again,
Yeah.
short, sweet, simple, perfect. Good shit. What have we got? We've got Frank the
Wait a
Codes.
minute. So is that Leeds or Manchester, Bumble?
Yeah, you know
I know
what I was
rugby's
thinking
quite.
that. I don't even remember writing that. That might have been ChatGPT as well.
Sheffield, that's what it is.
Hey.
Sheffield United. Anyway, let's see. What? Okay, yeah, no, yeah. What does hold it
Zero's
to
United.
zero mean? Zero is united. Yeah, exactly. What does hold it to zero mean to you? Winning answer was by Frank de Codes. Holding with the mindset that for everything green candlestick, every green candlestick, there's a red candle behind it. So locked in for whatever happens, the highs and the lows.
Dude, yeah, we got to publish those. We need those on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen me bombing the Iggy Azalea green candle posts. You know how she was on the chat with Meow, and they're talking about for
Yeah,
every green candle, there's a red candle.
yeah.
You know, Meow likes to say, hold the green candles in your hand, you get the red candles in your ass. So, Iggy, where's that red candle? Every
Yeah.
green candle, there's a red candle right behind it.
For sure. And then we have the last one. Then is, let's see, where was I? Back here. Oh no, the file. Yeah, so we have a story about mock dupe, and the winning answer was by yours truly, myself.
Hey.
Somehow I won this, and it was basically the story of me going to the London meetup from like a third-person perspective. So I have it rewritten here in Figma because it's a little bit easier. I rushed that shit in.
Fitz
So
is in. It's rigged. It's rigged.
so
Yeah, who
Rigged, I
picked
tell
these
you.
winners? Who picked these winners, mate?
who picked these winners? I had no part in it. I'm just reading them out. I'm just the messenger here.
Yeah, so
Hey.
okay.
Cheers, Abba.
No. So I think like Scarlett was like leading the proceedings, and then they were
Yeah, cool.
yeah, they were chosen like for each category like 3 options, and then from the 3 options, one was selected through voting. Yeah, within. The thing is that we wanted like to have like 5 different winners because it was like more zero that
Yeah.
way. If it wasn't like that, probably like certain individuals would have like more winnings for a certain category.
You guys want
No,
to hear the
it's-
story?
Yeah, of course. Come on. Shoot.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. So we got right. Once upon a time, there was a man from Ireland who hit a new low in life. He wrote all the mistakes and choices he made in his life to zero, and took from those experiences many positives in the form of lessons learned. He knew not to view lack of material success as a defining factor in who he was as a person, as that would mean he condemns himself to this definition. So, with no car, no house, no degree, no partner, and little to no money, he took those lessons and used them as fuel. This fuel spurred him to change as it always had. He took responsibility for things he was avoiding and became appreciative for the little he had. He fought to get back on track. Through all of this, he developed resilience, compassion, and strength. Soon after this, he stumbled upon a cryptocurrency project that embodied these attributes in its operation. That project was Jupiter, JUP. He got involved and learned who the main contributors were, learning from their example, and made his own contribution to the community. He made connections with 2 friends who, to him, were like mentors that also embodied the values he held dear. A fire like a passion was lit, lending him to seize opportunities that, had he not experienced the roller coaster of life before, he may have let slip. He chose to act, and so act he did. In his poor financial state, he mustered all the support available to him to take an opportunity to meet the 2 friends he made in this journey in London. This zero-ish mindset enabled him to embrace a move that took him far from his comfort zone. With little he had, he made the trip, not only meeting his 2 friends, but to also meet the founder of the project he had grown such a passion for. Just by speaking with the founder, he knew that it was special, and the people involved were just as special. He knew this because on that day in London, this Irishman found zero. That's-
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was so awesome you were there, man.
it's so amazing. But even if it wasn't, just an effort alone, it would have won for sure.
Yeah.
It was the longest response that we received.
Well, yeah, it said a story, so I was like, yeah, what story have I got when
Exactly.
it comes to zero? I'm new here. This is my story of zero, really. So yeah.
And
Yeah.
so in total, we received like 33 responses, and like 33 and everyone like filled all the categories. So the number of responses can easily like be compiled into a book. It's so much material, so much.
Cool.
It's pretty.
Book
All
of
the
Zero.
answers are really good,
There you go.
for sure. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's nice. It's nice. We got a nice spread of winners.
Yeah, well done, guys.
Yep, well done.
And well done for putting the
Pats on the
questionnaire
back.
together. I thought it was an awesome exercise.
Definitely, yeah.
Guys, you should see the manifesto. It will be, yeah. No
Mhm.
promises, no promises. It will be good.
No expectations.
Yeah.
Zero.
I hope you guys like it. Like,
100% commitment.
yeah, so like only like the design has gone like for 2 days already, and it's not nearly finished.
Cool.
Eagerly awaited.
Here, where Meow says 100%. Sorry.
I said I just eagerly awaiting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question for you: Where Meow says, zero expectations, zero promises, 100% commitment.
Yeah.
Should we not change that to full-on commitment or fully committed?
Full commitment. Yeah.
Full commitment. Yeah, there you go. Full commitment and commitment with a zero. Zero promises, zero expectations, zero promises. Full commitment.
Yeah. And
Full commitment.
another thing like that we are like beginning to shape is like a series of quests tied
Yeah.
tied with Zeely and tied with a
Yeah.
special role that has been requested for some time.
Bon Bull.
Yeah, I'm back. It's zero dipping.
We're talking about the ZS0.
No, it's not the ZS0. No,
No.
it's something
It
on
kind of
the
sounds like his first cousin.
yeah.
Come on, what's
It's
about? So, what's going on?
it's something on between. It's something on between. It will be potato of culture in
But
rhyme
again,
with
that's a puck.
yeah. So people who complete these quests, and it will be like a very long, like it will have like a 5 sections, so it will be a series of quests. They will get the potato of culture. The name of the role is up for debate, but this is like the more like rhythmic and thematic to Zero until now that we have, that we think is like also fun.
Yeah, but so what kind of quests are you talking about though? Will it be along the lines of like
Education.
what I'll suggest?
Yeah, uniformity,
Education.
alignment. Yeah, based on the what's written on the manifesto and Book of Zero.
Okay. I think so mine was more it's different. My one a bit but it's still the same sort of process of complete tasks.
Absolutely. It's
and learn
it's the process that leads to the ZSO. So ZSO will eventually like be
Yeah.
higher. Yeah. So the way like the ZSO, I think like should personally like should be a combination of like having the zero role, having a potato of culture role, and then having like lock tokens for a very long time.
Yeah.
So the combination
Yeah,
of
for
all
sure.
those three like would lead to the ZSO, and the ZSO will be like the highest role in the ecosystem.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I don't. I'm not saying this for shits and giggles. I don't ever want to be on the council. I just want to be like one of the captains of the ZSOs. Which I mean, that's a fun thing for my head. But I'd say like one thing that I think we should definitely do is that maybe speak to Julian, because he's got like direct information about like like what are the most underused protocols within Jupiter or the most underused things they've got like feed and analytics on within Jupiter, and how to do so. And then we have tasks like DCA and varied ones, buying some GLP, taking it with this place here, like all these sort of tasks. If you do it, it's kind of like a walkthrough for like how to like get a higher airdrop from the Jupiary or from the partnered airdrops. But you're not doing it for that. Again, it's a zero reward. We don't tell anyone what they're getting. They just fulfill these tasks and then you get something. So, for example, at Arbitrum done an airdrop, which was like just over 1 billion, I think. And I had a project called the Small Brains that I got for free. And like games and these little things that you had to do within it, and this like interact with this contract and do this thing, and I was doing it over months. And only because I done that, I got an Arbitrum airdrop. Like, if I never done that task within this project, the task they set out, I would never have got the airdrop. So I feel like something along them lines there, where no one ever knew they was gonna get it. It's just a byproduct of being a good like zero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But like Julian would more know because we're not really, we don't know. We know a fair amount as far as alpha and like what goes on with projects, but he knows like straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. What would be good to do, and if we could set that into task, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
it wouldn't hurt like to ask Julian like if there is something that could be done in the line of what you said.
Because I look, like for example, JLP. If you look at the JLP chart, it's just been up and to the right. I was talking about it before Irish, I think, yeah. But it's like I forgot who was saying it. Someone in one of the chats was like, it's just basically been a hedge against any
Yeah.
downturn. Because whether it goes up or goes down, there's high levels of fees when there's like a mini bear or a mini bull within like a segment of time, and the fees just go into buying more, like buying back the JLP, and it just goes up. So something like that is like a learn about it because I never knew about the product. I heard about it like briefly, but I never knew what it does and what it was into. Doing that could be like a quest thing that you do it. You buy some. I don't know if there's any JLP staking, which if there isn't, there probably should be, and that'd be sick. Yeah, little tasks like that. And I just want to know from Julian anything that's underused within Jupiter's ecosystem or from their partnered projects. Just give us a list of it, and then we'll compile a list of tasks for zero people to do, which is going to be good for their health. You know what I mean? Crypto health.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the education potato one, I'm with that. Potato of culture sounds cool, and it sounds way better than cat of culture because cat of culture just sounds wild when you try to abbreviate it. It sounds wild. It sounds wild. It just sounds wild.
Yeah, I
It's
just
great.
in general think it sounds too jupe. I'd
Oh,
like us
just
to
in
have
general.
something a little bit more zero culture.
Yeah.
I think like we can direct like the people who will complain that the cut of culture is like difficult to get. Like go get potato of culture. It's a fun interaction, I think.
But you know what? I feel like in the Beninging, in the Beninging, when I first ever saw mock dupe, I feel like it was like a lion and a pig or something like that. Like I feel like it's gone through like a lot of iterations of what it actually is.
So yeah, so there's a quote by Meow that says it's a potato, it's a pig trying to be a lion. Yeah, it goes like that. I think like it goes like it's a potato trying to be a planet. I'm not sure. I need to find it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, potatoes are going to be a planet.
Yeah, and a piglet who tries to be a lion.
Yep.
Oh, so it's the lion trying to be a pig and the potato trying to be a planet.
Yeah.
That sounds like LPPP. LPPP.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
lion, pig,
Potato
potato
planet.
planet. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Lion, pig, potato planet.
Or wait. Or other way around. Triple PL. It's a PPP leader.
PPPL. Oh, I like that.
Wait.
I like that too.
Just give it a bit of a flip like that. Yep.
I like that too.
Right. P3L. 3PL.
Yeah.
No,
You can figure
PPPL.
out. Yeah. I'm we're
Other-
getting PPLP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's PPLP. It's all sorts, mate. It could be PPLP.
Here, either L triple P or P triple L. Or triple P L or L triple P.
So, what do you guys think? Like when like we finish through with everything with everything like in terms of alignment, uniformity with the Zeely, with the onboarding section that we have done in the Discord, with the manifesto and everything. After that, like, what like communities you guys think like would be good for collaboration and co-spaces, etc.
Well, for sure, scales. For sure, Jupe and Juice. For sure, uh, I don't want
You
to.
know,
It's a
Rita.
bit. Yes, I'll read out. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
your guys.
I
Yeah.
know,
yeah.
Anything
I
that's
know
like
a
on the
spaces
tune.
that gets a lot of coverage called Sol Savers Chill and Chill space on Twitter.
The only
Hey,
thing
chill
is,
and chill.
I'd be very careful about, like, for example, I never heard about Louis. Yeah, I know Soho House. I know about some other little spots. Do you know what I mean? The Arts Club. But these are things you have to find out from knowing certain people. You don't just hear about it in like the normal club on the high road, so to speak. Yeah. I don't want zero to be like a thing where, and this is just my mind. I don't want zero to be a thing where just you just paste it in every place that you can, speak about it, and then
Yeah,
you get undesirables and homeless people that come and move in.
Hmm.
Like you don't want that. You want it to be a thing where people have to find out about it by going into niche spaces, into niche places, and then just acquiring, like, kind of handpicking small, like, people, like small
I
legendary
get what you
people to,
mean.
like,
I get what you mean.
to curate the bunch well. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just
mm,
Tom Dick and Twat comes in here and then we're having to explain to them 100 times a day why it's not pump and dump and all that nonsense.
yeah,
So kind
yeah.
of in
Like,
between doors
we
open
have
and
been invited
also
to
closed.
collaborations. Yeah, and I've been
Sorry,
in a couple of discords. It's just like, no, we don't want to be associated with this.
yeah, yeah, because you have to think about the mindset of it. You can't be
Yeah,
you can't be a drug dealer and go to like the police convention. It doesn't go together. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can't be like a vegan and be going to like the barbecue contest. It just doesn't go together. It's just finding things that match it, like ideation wise, which is a really hard thing to do. Really hard thing to do when you think about it, because
yeah,
space is full up of everything but that kind of thing, you know. Um.
Well, the Church of the Smoking Chicken Fish seemed to be pretty
Oh,
PPP.
yeah, 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 yeah. You know, I like it because I feel like maybe it wasn't. Maybe they was like bro. If you have to try and game theory creating a token and pumping it to high heavens, there is a lot of PvP involved in that. You just have to. You have to face the facts to say there is it. But I
Mm.
like the fact that they had a chat with Meow on call, and then when someone kind of like socially leans on you to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna do PPP. And I was like, yeah, yeah, for sure, man. We're doing PPP, and even if they was into it before, it kind of like doubles you down on that idea. So stuff like that is good. You know what I mean?
mm,
Otherwise, people just
yeah.
virtue signal and say things to try to seem to fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But again, I want everyone here to be very, 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 very extremely wealthy off of crypto. I just don't want them to be a twat when they become that. That's it. That's what
Follow that.
zero's about as well. Zero's not about
Zero
like just
zero zero zero.
yeah. Zero's not about being like some minimalist that's just got a can of beans in his house. Like you're supposed to. I want everyone to have what they want. You know what I mean, and be good, but just don't go too high, too low when you do get it. So, any projects that kind of match that, I think could be really cool, man.
Yeah.
What do you think, Irish, as far as partner project?
What you mean as far as part of the what?
Like, so Albert said, who do we think would be good to partner with?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah. That's why I said Church of. I mean, like because the way the Church of the Smoking Chicken Fish goes is kind of like similar to this, so it's something that we could see after the episode with Jupe and Juice. Other than that, I've seen Scales is a good option because obviously they're PPP. Um, let's see, we have read out as SL has always been saying that we should do. I think we should do that for the whole liquidity pool thing and whatnot. Definitely research
I'm
into
gonna
that.
think of some. I'm gonna think of something to do with the
Um,
pandas as well. Because I don't know if you lot know, like Alba and SL, you might not know.
I personally think we should like reach out and like partner in some way with like a couple of like serious projects that need this kind of like inspiration. Like, again, just be another little niche in there. So um, like deep pioneer cats or like or uprock, like different places like that are trying to do deep in infrastructure. There's another one actually coming on Jupe and Juice called
Mm,
Daba, is a deep in infrastructure from India. Um, and they're all about like they talk about how they're trying to like create the deep in India and that it's a different animal to creating it in a like developed country. You know what I mean? There's a lot more like challenges, and there's a lot larger population, a lot more people to try and reach the reach of like internet to and networking, all that type of thing. So they're very PPP in just how they are trying to
Mindset.
create like better infrastructure for the world, you know what I mean, for like
Mm.
yeah, that type of thing. So I don't know, just things like that. Like there's some serious projects too that we could attach to a little bit, just the way we are. Like we have like a mock tube channel in there after talking to them a bit and stuff, and we're just kind of in there trying to like make people have a more PPP mindset about investing into these projects.
I think what would be
Great
better
idea.
is I think what would be better is to friendly kidnap founders of projects that are
Yeah,
PPP.
yeah,
Like
that's
so,
yeah,
rather than getting the community involved, just like like go for the head and the body follows, so to speak. So just getting people that are builders. So let's say like for example that Kimo Sabi tweet where people was like mentioning people that was PPP.
yeah,
Any of those guys that are like I hate the term KOL. It's quite annoying. But anyone that's got a project or has run a project or has CTO'd a project or has done something along them lines, people like that, sure, going to them and kind of spreading the word and getting them involved, making them like honorary citizens of Zero and stuff like that. So we got like a little Zero hunter, just going out and evangelizing people that are already of the same sort of cloth, you know.
yeah, pulling them into the collaboration bucket.
And what I might do as well is because, as I was saying before, the Dirty Panda projects, like man, that's been around since 2021 in Solana, like from in the beginning of Solana and NFTs and stuff like that. And that was a CTO. That was like a good nature, didn't want people to like get super rugged. So done everything and took money out of pockets and done all kinds of stuff to keep that going. That's got its heritage from like early days. We had like a bonk staking for a project that's basically it was like floor for ages because of my relationships I had with people. So I've got good ties with a lot of people in the space. Or maybe like when ZSO happens, first 20 guys, I'll give them one of the pandas as well. But one day those things are gonna be a very weird VIP pass. Some very cool stuff. But what I'd say is anyone that's got anything that's aligned with that, where they just done good-hearted stuff or building or gestures within crypto, we kind of make being a zero boy be it like you get access to all of the cool stuff that people that of that sort of ilk have built and done. That'd be
Mm.
really cool. Like yeah, that'd be really, and you kind of get like zero access to it. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah,
means that no fees, no this, no that, no waiting queues. You ain't got a whitelist, you get a zero list. Do you know what I mean? Like because
that would be
think about this, all right? Think about this. Yeah, I want you to imagine this. Yeah, who would I want if I own an NFT project to hold my NFTs than a zero boy? Like they're not gonna if they're really zero, they shouldn't be selling it. Yeah, because they want to support, they want to hold the line. Um, it's kind of like that, you know, like because I've done airdrops and giveaways of literally over thousands of NFTs to my like when I was running my project when it was full on busy in 2021
mm.
and projects that I've done partnerships with, every single one of them, I've got them now. They're in like a cemetery wallet where they're not worth spit, like as far as like floor price right wise, but gesture wise and meaning wise, they mean a lot because I gave some of my word that you're gonna give me these, I'm gonna keep them. Everyone else I gave them to, they sold them, but you always kind of respect someone when you give them a present and they've still held on to it. For
Yeah.
example, Irish, if you bump into Wake and Saks in 2 3 years from now and they haven't got them coins, pick them up the bumhole.
Oh yeah, big time.
And I'll join in with you. We'll tape our legs
Yeah,
together and we'll
they've
do
made a
the
big
old.
enough deal that they enjoyed the gift. Yeah, for sure.
All
I'd be
right.
disrespected, bro. Yeah, yeah.
But we don't give to be disrespected. But I'm saying is we prefer it when someone like cherishes what we give them. You know what I mean? So if like, there's like a designed amount of zero boys that are like they prove
No,
that
if
they
you
are
don't
that
have
sort
a
of
clue
stuff.
what happened with it, you could be a little bit disrespected.
Yeah. I get it, but that would be zero. I mean, it's just a gesture. You gave someone something, and you hope they appreciated it. And if they did appreciate it how you did, then they would still have it. But if they didn't, zero. It is what it is. But I'm saying that
I think we're on the
making a
same
list.
level. I'm just saying you're the level of disrespected that you give him a kick up the hole and now you're good again. Like that's zero to me.
Oh no, I think a kick out the bum is good for your health sometimes. But I'm just saying, like, I'm saying in the sense of like whereby if we have like a list of people that are zero and we go to projects and we partner with them, we can let them know like we want a zero list some of our people in our community, and these are guys that are never going to sell your thing. You might as well call it
Yeah.
just gone, and we're going to give you the best feedback in the world on a
These are
PPP
some
level.
tried and tested hodlers.
Yeah, exactly that, and we'll give you feedback in the most PPP way. We kind of writ the rule book on what PPP means. That's what I want zero to be in a way. That's like,
Mm,
yeah, that should be really, really cool.
it's a good vision, man.
And not whitelist them. We get zero listed in anything we go into. Anything. I mean, um,
So I particularly like the comment from Irish about founders of projects that are actually doing real things, infrastructure, RWAs,
Yeah, because
real
things,
things, not
thing,
just
thing.
another shitcoin.
And it isn't just like because just another shitcoin. Like some of them are like trying to be genuine as well. So like can't discount all of them. Every now and again, there's going to be one or two that come up that are genuine because people do just eventually get sick of all the bullshit that there is in that space and fucking yeah, as we know, and yeah. But it's just there's real projects out there and there's like parts of crypto that are still also very infantile, and I feel like deepin would be one of them, and there's a couple of other like sectors, gaming even in a way still is, um and different things like that, that need kind of that bolstering of support. Even some NFT projects are definitely worth it as well, that might have floored now and stuff like that. And yeah, there's communities everywhere and everything, and then a lot of real projects too that are very PPP, and you know like even Grass,
Yep.
for instance. Grass is another deep in. They have like over 400,000 people. I look in their Discord often because I run a Grass node, and like they're very very helpful. It's kind of almost like another Jupiter, almost. Like nowhere near as
Yeah,
warm and
but
like and
you
welcoming,
said
but
it.
like they're very like they have a bunch of people that are well like knowledgeable about the product that operate as like kind of like how our cadets in Jupiter do and stuff. So like there's places like that
Yeah.
show similar PPP levels of kindness and compassion to new users.
But like you said as well, it's deep in its infrastructure. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's valuable stuff for the future that is valuable to end up holding, especially for like as zero expectations, rewards and whatnot, and out of contributions from collaborations and stuff. So
Definitely.
I kind of wanted it to be a kind of thing where anyone that is ZSO level, you can go out as a zero advisor to any project and tell them from front to end, this is the way, kind of like almost like a Jehovah's
Yep.
Witness would knock on the door, but a one that's wanted to knock on the door respectfully and be like, look, have you heard the word X, Y, and Z? This is how we do it. Let's look from back to front and give you tips on what we reckon it could be, because we are the most like avid users and the most like, some of the most experienced users and commenters and what aspirationally critiquing stuff, not critically like critiquing,
yeah,
aspirationally like we look for things in a good way and hide your weaknesses, show
constructive.
your
Yeah,
strengths. Yeah, but constructive criticism, someone can still tell you you got your teeth smell, so that maybe to reword it in a different way, but you know what I mean, it's like yeah, something like that, and then that could be like not a gig, I don't want to call it a gig, but it could be for sure if you go spend time and looking after projects like that. um you're invaluable because you gain the brand of being able to go and spread that good nature into other people, and people are like, oh yeah, kind of like with contracts they get audited by Certec. Has your project been audited by a Zero Boy? Like
yeah,
that will be a badge of approval now. Does that make sense? So you see what I'm going for? Like that it will be kind of like if someone's come and seen you from zero and they've given it a stamp of yeah, is they them guys and
zero
they're
tech
zero, man.
approved.
Yeah, like they'll be like sick. All right, cool. We can play with that project, and it might be like a kind of like a tongue in cheek sort of like taking the piss sort of one in the beginning, but after a while we'll be like a nah. Anytime those guys zero a project, they give it a zero stamp. It's official. Like that would be really, really, really cool. And the end result will be that every single person that wants to build within crypto in the zero boys, they've got like the biggest team of like angel investors. We'll call it zero investors because if Irish has got something going on, I'm chipping in. SL's chipping in. Albert's chipping in. If I got something going on, you lot are all chipping in. If Albert's got something going on, we're all chipping in and doing it kind of like that. That's like really zero. I think that's the main thing that I said before that I think Julian was on. He was like, I was like, I want to have a family of people that are right mindset, selfless, crazy on each other's team, and they push. And we've got many like keys to many doors.
Yep.
That's what that would be the ultimate dream of what zero should be. And if that's the case, then yeah, we can turn some zeros into some zeros.
Right, and come on, Julian and Rolex launch scales. We chipped in.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's the case. So everyone has got a project that's credible that wants to do something here. All zero boys will promote it. We'll like so if it makes sense, we'll chat to Wake and Sachs, get them some eyes on them and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Because that helps Wake and Sachs as well. They've got stuff to actually talk about. Yeah, I think it could be cool, man. What are you thinking, Alba?
I think these are like great ideas. Yeah. I think like once we finish with the chapter one, which is like very focused on what you guys have been seeing in terms of learning and getting people together, and I think once we move from this stage to the stage where we reach out to people, like we go public. I think a lot we will have like a hopefully we'll have like a lot of talent and a lot of distinguished people coming in, and equipped with that, I think like we can push to these ideas that you guys are suggesting in a much more like a comprehensive manner.
All right, I've got another one as well, and we're all brothers in the room, so I'm gonna say it because to be fair, the whole only reason why I'd want to do this is if it was with people that are good stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's a mahusive idea, yeah, with like all zeros in the mahusive, yeah. So what we haven't got currently right now, like done properly, is like a crypto awards, like the Oscars or the Emmys or like the Grammys for crypto, yeah. And that consists of like best builder, like best builder, best new coming project, most influential project, most like common good project, uh like innovative idea of the year, like all these sort of categories that could be really, really cool. Get sponsored by everyone and their mum, yeah, and you get a zero award. That's the sort of level of stuff that I'm thinking on. Does that make sense? Zero award ceremonies. We might get Irish to perform his Jupiter song on stage. You know what I mean? As a light refreshment. You know what I mean? Like, like built up to the point where it's like that, where we have like a physical in real life event where there's award ceremony for it. Like I've seen it in my head more times than I can like say, but I'm telling you, it's mahusive. And then we have like a like as the Oscar do, like a committee that are proven to be zero, proven to be PPP, proven to be good-hearted, proven to be masterful builders, or proven to be like really good users or analysts of the space. And they are the ones that go through the criterion and vote for who gets these awards. But it does one thing. I don't know if you lot saw Meow messaging yesterday something about how when people hate on him or fud him, it drives him. And I was like, cool, I get that, it makes sense. But the best form of drive is if I've got a project and Irish has got a project in the same game as me, and we're now competitors. That's the best one because I respect him, he respects me. We've both got like sharp swords, and we're trying to push each other. There is no Samsung if there is no Apple. Do you know what I mean? There is no Microsoft if there is no. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of a push and pull. And if I put this awards or Oscars sort of like thing together, it's going to make projects compete with each other from a distance and kind of clap and kind of go at full pelt with each other. Like that's my one of my biggest dreams for in crypto, to have an award show within crypto, and I feel like it makes a lot of sense to make it the Zer0 Awards. You know,
Yeah, that sounds
You ever heard of the lifestyle awards?
like so mahusive. Yeah.
it's very mahusive. I mean, it takes a lot of work, a lot of stuff, but if you could if you allowed yourself to dream with me for a little second there and see what I was talking about, even for a minute, you can see how sexy that can be, man. It could be like it could be really, really, really cool, man. Like really, really cool. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
Always think about it,
We
yeah.
hear
You, the
you ever heard of the lifestyle awards bundle? Lifestyle
again, sorry?
awards.
You're gonna
The
tell me that
London Lifestyle Awards.
you're gonna tell me that your second missus she runs that.
No, but yeah, a mate of mine does, and another mate runs the 21st Century Icon Awards. I don't know if you know that. Otherwise, yeah, also know the founders of Miss Universe. That's another story. I don't think she'd be into something crypto, but certainly one of the other ones.
See,
And
and
then
you know some
Miss Mondo Italia. Now there's Chef's Kiss.
you say you like or you love the idea.
Oh, of course, it's a great idea. And the thing is, yeah, we do know people, and yes, actually, my missus, her background is event management. She's got
I knew
an
it.
MBE
See,
in event management.
I'm psychic, bro. I'm psychic.
Um, but yeah, her forte isn't exactly award shows. Whereas, I'm thinking Jason Gale, the London Lifestyle Awards, and or Reina, 21st Century Icon Awards.
Mm. Well, I'm just we can 100% have like a mooch and a think around it. But as I said, it's like something that I've been thinking about for a while, and when I say it, I can see it, and there's not really no first movers on it. I feel like Coinbase has done like uh something for a meme token or something like that, but it's all like few and far and in between. And it's kind of like conflict of interest if you like own an exchange and then do something like that. The Oscars don't create movies, the Grammys don't create music. It has to be something that's like independent of itself. And whereas I do not ever want this token to pump, like I say that and I mean that, it just has to be something that you're just a part of, not something that you have shares in. You're just a part of it, yeah. Where I look at it like that, this
Yeah,
would fit
are
with
you
that.
on?
You know what I mean?
Are you on LinkedIn?
That's for professionals, my friend. That's for professionals. I'm gonna
Exactly.
I'm gonna be like that one day soon. I'll be like that one day soon. I think it is my entry into like business in crypto has been all like Twitter, Discord, Telegram. There's been nothing that's required me to like I've done advisory and consultancy and got paid like parts of projects, and I signed the contract with a wallet address because I wouldn't give a name, stuff like that. So I'm like very very much like Web3 heavy. I'm aware if we want to go like deep dive into like building stuff out, and some doxing has got to happen. You know what I mean? I'm not looking forward to the day. It's because I think it's so cool to kind of use like an Xbox gamer tag to build really big things. I think that's sick. You know. But sorry, why do you ask if I was on LinkedIn?
No, just to connect you with Pretty.
Indian woman.
Yes.
And what did she do? Sorry.
The 21st Century Icon Awards.
Mm-hmm. So two things. Would it be smart to like not take like friendly kidnap them, take them to dinner, and figure out how it works, and have it as like our own standalone thing that's made like for us by us, or to like bring the idea to a Dragon's Den of like people that have already built stuff previously, and then have them kind of be involved, and then like have big massive hands within the pot.
Yeah, so I think first it's good to qualify it with a conversation. So I'll have a call with her first.
Yeah, for sure. But again, like I think Zer0 fits it. And also, it's not even just that; it's the people that are here that I think are cool. That we could do something like along them lines, and is very big into like Irish. You know this about me, bro. It's fair and firm. It's not about no pick size, nothing silly like that. There can't be no like I don't know. I kind of got a feeling of like with a lot of projects and crypto and businesses and government, it all follows the same through line of people get into it innocently and then get corrupted by the power of it. I don't want it to be nothing like that. Everything has got to be at a level of just merit and like good feelings. Does that make sense? That's what I
Merit and
really want to like
appreciation.
uphold.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like good-hearted people. Like that the rule kind of goes, people that should run the world, they don't because
Yeah.
they haven't got it in them to be evil enough to be cutthroat to get there. That's
Yeah.
not good. So
Yeah.
I want it to be like of that level, kind of like that's what I'm saying. So I'm not like farting on the idea of you getting people involved. I think it's sick. People that know how to do it, you save yourself a lot of time when you speak to them. But I don't want old old ways being like kind of plug and played into like new ideas. I'm saying, but someone else might say to me, if you want it to be big and as massive as you want it to be, and do it really, really proper, you have to kind of like go to them sort of ways there. But I'd like, if I'm thinking zero, it's got to kind of be independent with like some chef's direction from people that have done it at a larger scale before. That would be cool. But getting them involved, it might ruin the broth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could be wrong, but you could definitely let me know.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of cost. You need a pro.
Mm. Yeah, but if I really, really wanted to, I'll bring this to Meow and say to him that means that nothing that's Jupiter could ever be like mentioned in anything. And if he's truly PPP, which I think he is, and as crazy as I am, he'd be like, yeah, let's go for it. Because you're now setting a platform and a standard which by everyone else gets to like kind of like when you get called up at lessons and be like, oh, I won. That's like a very big thing for all of us, whether you're Warren Buffett or your little Timmy in nursery that's just got called up for his painting being good. Like that pushes you to be a bit better. It's the reason why we have champions in different weight divisions. It's the reason why songs are number one and on Billboard and all these records and stuff is there. If we put that in this space in the right way, you're gonna push people to be great. You know what I mean? And that's what zero is for me as well. Push people to be great. You know what I mean? But the
Exactly.
award, yeah, the award ceremony for me
Yeah.
is like something that kind of validates us for us by us. I don't want no dragons then twats in it. It has to be like Anatoly or like um bro, how cool would it be to like have like give Vitalik an award?
Well, there's a question. Who's the that organizes Breakpoint? And why not just make it an event at Breakpoint?
That's Solana Foundation, but I don't want it to be like I don't want it to just be like it has to be like agnostic of all chains. I don't need it to be just Solana. It needs to be everyone included. Or I could pivot that and be like, oh, just let it be Solana first because they've got the best uptake. But PPP means give everyone praise. You know what I mean? To me, it means everyone that like there should be an award for whoever's held ADA for 5-7 years and never complained. They are real zero boys. We need to get some of those guys over here because those are some proper zero boys.
Yeah.
Like yeah, so we like it,
Yeah.
it can't just be for Solana. That's like trying to keep the ball over here and not letting other people play. You know what I mean?
That's true. Cardano have some fucking seriously resilient hodlers.
Yeah, but you
Exactly.
see, that's
Because
yeah, that's
I
the
was just
point.
thinking,
I
and
only
I was thinking
sold out
about
of
the
Cardano
Cardano
literally
one.
to get into to get into DeFi.
Cardano.
Well, I wish I
Yeah.
didn't sell my Cardano. I still want more.
Dude.
I'll buy it again.
And you know what? You know what, Irish? I always had a slight intuition, yeah, that that,
Well,
that, that guy he might do
Irish,
something one
anytime
day.
you like.
Anytime I like what?
Might, maybe, someday.
Wait, what?
Yeah, more Cardano. We'll talk about it sometime.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
okay,
talk about
cool,
it sometime.
cool.
Yeah, so like I want to reward everyone. So just Solana by itself would be like cool because the funding's there. They're more likely to build it out, all the rest of this stuff. But then it's still leading itself into that whole cabal sort of mentality. PPP means everyone and their mums involved. You know what I mean? Everyone and their
BBP.
mums.
Their mum and their nan and their granddad and their whole entire family and everyone to do whatever they want.
Here.
Just grow the
Yeah,
pie.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And how many? Do you know how many stories we know about people that have done like really cool stuff? Oh, there'll be an award for the best CTO of the year, or maybe of a quarter. I don't know, but I think the year is the best. To be fair, because it's like it's more spread out, and the first one's gonna be whack, where it'll just be me, Irish, SL, Alba, Scarlett, and Julian, and a bottle of Jaeger, and that will be the only lads that the people won't even turn up to get the awards. Do you know what I mean? For the
Yeah.
first year, just imagine if it was that. But then the second, third, and fourth, you'll see what happens. You know what I mean? You'll see what happens. Imagine they had this like 7, 8 years ago when Bitcoin was worth nothing, and they was giving out prizes to people of Bitcoin, like 10,000 Bitcoin as your prize, and that was worth like $50 at the time or something silly like that, or I don't know, like $500 at the time, wherever the case may be. But it was in that send it to zero
Oh,
and pledge of allegiance vote, so your prize is locked for 5 years. You get the title, you get the trophy, but your actual prize is a zero award because you can't have it for 5 years. Imagine if they got that and then 5 years later. Oh mate, I think
Yeah, that
that's
would
I
be
think
pretty
that's
so
sick.
when's the first one?
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, that's
One,
pretty
but
sick.
when is the one?
But we're gonna have to
Set the
friendly
date.
kid, we're gonna have to
Set the
friendly
date. Let
kid,
us.
we're gonna have to friendly kidnap Pretty and meet up and have a proper chinwag about it, bro. I'm only mentioning it here because you guys have got the same sort of mindset as me and everyone's bonkers like me, and I don't just hold on to things as if to say it's like just me. It's a we thing when I think of stuff. You know what I mean? It's not just me. It's we. So I say we crack some
Somebody's got to
skulls.
do it.
Yeah, we crack some skulls and see what like what's together. I've done like a massive write up about like how it would go, what gets put together. My phone and my folders are full of stuff like that. To be fair, that was the whole point of getting into crypto, was to find weirdos that I could build stuff out with. So yeah,
Any of them, yeah.
man, I've got so many, and I'm sure you're the same, Irish. I've got so many things that
I'm pretty
when I
new
imagine
here,
them.
but like I've made more friends in crypto space, like in a fast space of time and connections and different people than I've anywhere else in life. So yeah, it's a rapidly
Yeah,
growing place when it comes to that type of thing.
yeah. But the ideas that you might have had them and no one to do them with.
Oh yeah,
And that's kind of more I'm speaking to. Yeah, it's just the idea.
especially my whole electricity thing and all that. Like it's not something black people's heads about it in most places. They're like, "What the fuck?" But in crypto,
Yeah,
it's like,
but
"Oh, it's so
now
revolutionary."
you get
Yeah, just
now
fit.
you get now you get random rugby boxers in the nighttime sending you Instagram pictures or videos about the exact thing you're talking about. It's a weird world. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just a weird world now. You get SL that I guessed. I'm saying to him, Mrs. was one of them that owned it. He's like, oh, Lifetime magazine award, and you know what I mean. Albert's about to tell us that he flies fighter jet pilots, and we just didn't know about it. Do you know what I mean? Like you never know who you're talking to when you're in these spaces. What we got going on, or what we've got in our Batman utility belts. You know what I mean? So that's the cool thing about this. But yeah, award
Like
ceremony.
now, it's a big utility.
All right, let me tell you a story about SO, Alba and Irish, yeah. But I meet people, yeah, and I tend to tell them to show off. Like they'll say something that's a bit cocky, I'm like, you show off. But it's always if someone's weak of character, they'll take it like, I'm not showing off. If they're like my type of crazy, they'll continue to tell me more. I never had to tell SO any of that. He just started telling me that really cool thing, that really cool thing. And he goes, oh, by the way, did I tell you about the other really cool thing that's up to the next other? He just started spewing it out. And this is what I mean by like being a kid and never growing up. And every achievement you have is another one of your toys that you're proud to show to someone. That's what I want it to be like. You know what I mean?
Dude, you know why? You know why we have big utility belts? Because we got to huddle a lot of zero.
Yeah, all of that, and all the things that you want to do and build. You're on a what do you call it? A sun timer. This stuff runs out. You know what I mean? Or squeeze all the lemon out of the juice while we're here. Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is it. We got to get it done. If we want to do it, we got to get it done.
Did you get the recommendations for the Latin phrases I said to put on the back of the watches?
Yeah. The thing is, we need a Latin scholar. I haven't had time to speak with one. It's anyone can go on Google Translate. It's not quite the same.
I've done Latin in school, but I forget near enough everything that I ever learned in that.
Well, you and me both, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and me both. And the one thing that we know is that
But I liked the. What was the one that I liked? I liked the everything and nothing. Omnia et nihil.
the mates are trying to teach me something that I need to know, because if you're going to be successful in your endeavors with the other sex, you got to know the right things to say. And so they teach me this phrase. They get when you're expressing your love for a woman, you have to express how it's deep, true feelings for her. And the German word for it is Gefühls echt. It's very important that I know this word. It's Gefühls echt, because that's how one expresses, as a man, one's true feelings for a woman. And it was only later that I discovered that this is what was written on the package of condoms. Namely, it feels real. It's Gefühls echt.
Yeah. You said this last time. I remember. Yeah.
Right.
I remember.
So this one. Well, we all know this one. But
All right, gents. It's almost 1 a.m. If you'll excuse me, tomorrow I
Yeah.
have to work.
Get out of here, Alba.
Right.
Go to bed.
Cheers, Alba.
I'll do. All the best. Thanks, everyone.
Buonanotte.
Yeah, have a
See
good
you
night,
later.
bro.
Dobronoc.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
Hi.
All the best.
0000.